Hello, welcome to Miss Talk University Radio Plays The Scarlet Keys. I'm Ben,
I'm Dan.
and today we're starting our run as Wendy and Joe through The Scarlet Keys. Dan and I have not played it yet, so we'll be playing it blind, and we're going to play it on hard mode. Uh,
Hard mode.
so that'll hopefully up the stakes a little bit. So the first scenario is this file 5A, London, called Riddles and Rain. I think before we talk about story text or scenario mechanics, I guess let's talk about our decks real quick. So my Windy deck looks out of date. Windy, you're failing me. So I'm playing Windy. There we go. I'm trying out some of the new cards from Scarlet Keys that are built around getting benefits by reducing a test to 0, which seems like it'd be beneficial in hard mode. I don't have the full engine going yet because a lot of it relies on, I think, Flashlight 3, but I have like Shed a Light and Exploit Weakness, so some of the easier tests I'll at least be able to do it on in this. But once hopefully I'll get enough experience to get Flashlight 3 going and then be able to do a little bit more nonsense with it because I can stack it up and do harder difficulty tests. But otherwise, I just got some, I guess, standard windy cards for what we run, which is like Leo for extra actions, track shoes, and Moonstone to boost agility, and then a bunch of events like backstab and waylay, winging it should all help. I also put Grizzled in, which Grizz what?
The Grizz.
Yeah.
And you're,
Grizzle's
and you're eventually getting the Gump, right? So eventually this is going to be a Grizz and Gump deck, probably, right?
uh
You're just going to be gumping and grizzing all over the place, is what I'm
maybe
expecting.
maybe
I can't wait.
but
I can't wait to see it.
Grizzled is like it's kind of weird to do Grizzled in a blind run, I think. But I went with Humanoid Terror for the traits there because those are pretty generic. So I assume there's going to be a lot of a lot of uses where I can get extra symbols out on Grizzled. Yeah, I didn't actually look at what my random weakness is yet, so I'll let it be a fun surprise. Dan, what's going on with your deck?
I looked at my weakness and it sucks. I'm pretty upset about it. Pretty mad. But hey, it just happens sometimes, I guess. I'm playing Joey D, aka Captain Hunch. Haven't played this guy in a while. Um, haven't really put in any new cards because it didn't really seem like there were any that would help a whole lot. So this is like a pretty classic Joey D deck. Um, I don't know. I just think like two player is kind of the ideal situation to play this guy, and I hadn't played him in a while. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting. I guess it is kind of a bummer that Melteroni got nerfed. Like that definitely takes him down a notch. But I think he'll still be pretty good.
Yeah, I was actually surprised you still went with Malteroni. Um,
Yeah, it's kind of borderline, but it's just really nice to free up your hand slots. Like I think eventually what I really want with this guy, once I get some XP, is like two magnifying glasses and two
hmm.
Melteronis. And I've got a couple other weapons as backups, but like I think that's really good. Because keep in mind, it sets your base combat up to 6, so it's
Yeah,
also like a +2 combat, which is pretty good too.
yeah. It just doesn't
And
have
you
the bonus as
and
much bonus
and
damage.
and most importantly, you can reload it with cache 3.
Hmm.
So I think that's going to be pretty okay. So, yep, Joey D, the Hunchmaster should be pretty fun. Yeah,
All right. Yeah, I'm excited to see how these guys do. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I did a full campaign as Wendy. I did like her
I don't remember
red.
you ever doing it.
I maybe I haven't. I don't know. You play a lot of Wendy. Or used to. So maybe I'm just remembering that. The last time I played Windy
Yeah,
was like Red Blood or Blood Moon Rising, whatever the Windy scenario was. But
I mean, I think you're in a good spot because I think she's way more fun in two player than higher player counts. So I
mhm.
think you're gonna have a good time. I played her. We did like Dream Eaters, and you were playing Luke, and I was playing Wendy, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah,
That was pretty good. Yeah, Wendy's fun. I feel like a lot of the stuff I like to do as Wendy, I like play Trish now to do, but Wendy still has a lot of her own stuff, and her ability is just so cool.
Yeah, I mean her ability I think is definitely strong, especially with in hard mode here where the tokens are a little scarier, so it might want to trigger it a bit more.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
all right, why don't we read the intro text here? I think
Can
I'll
we set Ben to like 1.5x speed for this? Is that gonna work?
I can do that in the recording when I edit the
Can
YouTube
you can
video,
you
but
do kind of like Hall of the Mountain King? Can you start reading at a normal speed and then just gradually increase until you're reading like really fast?
I'll, I'll see what I could do.
Okay.
I'm very scared of there being like a name of a place or person that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. I asked Dana if to warn me if there's anything I should learn, and they said I'd have to just deal with it. I think they made a laughing emote at me. So great friends there. All right, so I know how to pronounce Lawn Dawn. Thank you, Harrison. All right. Uh, so file. We'll check. Is there any? Is there short text here at the beginning? I don't care about level 5 text. Okay. So yeah, there are a couple campaign rules. There's these key cards and these concealed cards. I read the rules, and I think I will just summarize them whenever we get to them because it's like 2 pages of rules. Um, so all right. Um, File 5A, Prologue, Riddles and Rain. Uh, the dark stifles. It moves like a living creature, constricts the air as if you were inside a shapeless cocoon. A figment of your anxiousness and overactive imagination, you hope. But everything about this meeting puts your nerves on edge. You almost didn't accept the mysterious invitation, but recent events have forced your hand. It's been several months since the disappearances began, and all your leads on Arkham have dried up. It started in the winter of 1924, with several vehicles in the south side. Two Studebachers, a Cadillac, and a Rolls Royce. All of them top of the line. One moment they were there, the next nothing, save for a single deflated wheel. The police believed it to be the work of bootleggers looking for more vehicles to add to their routes, but the cars were too nice. It would draw too much attention. Perhaps they were taken down to Boston or New York and flipped for a pretty penny. And that's just what you figured happened until the disappearances continued. Next to go was the street lamp outside the Ward Theater in downtown. The street lamp? Then two pets, a dog and a cat, whisked away almost simultaneously right out from under their owners' noses. Not 2 doors down from one another. You learned of the news when you saw the missing posters plastered all over College Street. On a whim, you interviewed the owners. No sign of foul play, and it was unlikely for them to have run away. Something stank about all of it. Then people started to disappear. A child from Easttown, a student in Mistonic University, the chief of Arkham's fire department. And as the police closed each case with no clues, time marched on, and things that went missing vanished not only from Arkham, but from memory. The owners of those vehicles suddenly claimed to have never owned them. The pets, the people, all of them were wiped from the memories of every single person in town. Everyone but you, and you alone, remembered. Perhaps it was simply the way of things. Humans are fickle and forgetful by nature, but it couldn't be so simple. It was just too strange, coincidental. That's when the letter arrived. Greetings. I hope this letter finds you well. You do not know me, but I know you. I cannot tell you much through paper correspondence, as it may be intercepted. Suffice to say that I know of the matters you are looking into, and I also know that you believe yourself to be alone in your investigation. The truth is, you are not alone. Such events are not unique to your city of Arkham. What you have observed is happening in major cities all over the world. I am one of those, like you, who seeks the truth, who remembers. There's another related matter which I must bring to your attention. I need your help, and you need mine. Encloses a ticket to a show at the Riverview Theater. If you wish to know more, please meet me there, and we can speak further. Come alone. In truth, Lee Flint. Lee Flint. The ticket in the envelope was indeed for a private showing at Arkham's new movie palace in downtown. With no other leads and a good reason to avoid going, you've decided to accept the mysterious invitation. Dan, what movie would be playing in Arkham's Movie Palace in 1924 or 25?
24? Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, it's before like it's before talkies. I think this is the period where Chaplin was like he was done cranking out like 8 movies a year, and he would put out like one movie every 2 or 3 years, and it would be like the highest grossing movie ever. It would be like the Avatar of the day. So let's say it's like what would the Chaplin movie in 1924 be?
Dan, I come to you with this specific knowledge. I
Let's
see
try.
your two
Let's say
analysts.
let's say it's A Woman of Paris. That actually comes out in 1923, but it's close enough.
All right. Sounds good. So we head there. Let's see. If there's one investigator, do intro two. If there's more than one, do lead investigator decide. Go alone as requested, or go with backup. I'm going to assume I'm lead investigator because Dan never wants to make any decisions.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So as a small child urchin, do I want to bring my PI detective friend with me to a secret meeting? I think I do. I think no, I think I'll bring my friend. He's got guns. I don't know. I don't know what our relationship is, but I think I trust him. I think it's like I don't know. Is this like a Batman and Robin situation? I don't know. All right. Well, let's go with backup. All right. Just as you're beginning to suspect that you have been played, you see a shadow approaching from the aisle. The figure spots you at once, sliding to the seat in front of your party. He wears wide horn-rimmed glasses and a high-collared jacket over a silk vest. His brown hair is cut short and parted to one side, and he sports a handsome, neatly trimmed beard. To your relief, no other figures emerge from the shadows. I thought I told you to come alone. The man in front of you speaks without turning, letting his voice carry over the silent images on screen. The hard edge in his voice suggests that he's not happy with your choice, but after a moment he relents. I get it. You were prudent not to trust me. You should trust no one under the circumstances, myself included. You ask if you are speaking to Lee Flint, earning a slight nod from the man. Indeed, he says. Inspector Lee Flint, with the International Criminal Police Commission. And I'm sure you have a great many questions, but we are unfortunately short on time. Flint produces a file fat with documentation and slides it between the two seat cushions in front of you. Inside is a wealth of information regarding cases similar to ones you've been investigating. Photos of vehicles, factory machines, and public figures, all missing, all forgotten. And just as Flint's letter promised, the file includes reports from all over the world. London, Shanghai, Bruges, Rio de Janeiro, Cairo. The list goes on. I think I got like 2 out of 5 of those right. The list goes on and on. There's more, he says, after giving you time to read. Flip to the end. You do, and what greets you there are 2 photographs clipped together. The first is a street in London, distorted by some sort of interference. Light shines above the street corner, and around it, the picture appears to be pinched, like a miniature vortex is pulling reality towards it. The other is a photograph of a man on the other side of the same street corner, ducking into the shadows. He wears a tailored gray suit and a wide-brimmed hat that obscures his face. The only discernible detail you can make out from the photograph is the man's distinctive red gloves. Rare as it is for a photograph to have color, you wonder if the long exposure time is what led to the strange blurring effect. This was taken by my partner several days ago, just before he too vanished. Whatever's going on, you can be sure that that man with the red gloves is somehow involved. Getting to the point, you ask Inspector Flint what exactly he wants from you. To work together, share what we know. Sparingly, a few seem to know the truth. You agree. If what the man says is true, the events like this are happening all over the world. Getting to the bottom of it will require more than just you. To that end, I would ask that you come to London with me. The man with the red gloves has been sighted in the area. He's not alone. I would bet good money that he knows something about where my partner is. Arrangements have already been made. There are steamship tickets in that file. The ship departs from Boston in 2 days. All right, so we have to either take his offer or go to London on our own terms. Do you have a strong opinion, Dan, on this?
So what I'm getting out of this is there's some keys, like more than one, that are scarlet in color.
There's been no mention of keys or scarlet, so I don't know where you're getting that information.
Well, I've read it on the front of the box. Why don't you decide?
Is this the guy we're talking to, or is this just a random picture? Is this LeFlint? I don't know. I trust. He's got a pipe, but he also has like suspicious facial hair, dangerously close to like the Evil Ben facial hair, but like a little bit better.
Where are we looking at this? Oh, there it is. I see it.
I'm assuming this is him because it's on the page where we're talking to him. But you never know. Dana says it's him. So,
is that the red glove man?
No, it's not the red glove man. It's
he's wearing red.
He doesn't have red gloves on though, Dan.
Yeah, but I mean that would give it away. Like, of course, he's not literally going to wear red gloves all the time. That's his costume.
No. The actual red glove man will have red gloves on. We've seen the art. We have that the card exists.
I'm saying like Superman doesn't wear the Superman suit all the time. Like sometimes whatever. Also, I definitely forgot that Raymond Flint was a Netrunner card. That was a terrible Netrunner card.
All right, I'll trust him. I'll take his offer. You accept the file and tell Inspector Flint that you will report to him with anything you find. With haste, you get your affairs in order and take the very next train to Boston. Flint has already given you more evidence to advance your case than a month of investigation in Arkham. If working together with the ICPC will help solve this mystery, you have no qualms about putting your trust in him. You make it to London with time to spare and immediately set to work. Trust is born in naivete. Dang it. Uh, remove one squid from the bag and add a tablet. Alright. Do that quick. So, well, there's no squids in the bag. Squids are usually bad, so maybe that's fine. Squid's just a -4 all the time in this, and you have to drop a clue a place to do. Wow. Yeah, right now tablets seem better, but we'll see how long that lasts. Then it says we have to mark one time in the time tracking rules on the campaign log.
Tick-tock, Mr. Wick.
So time tracking. So I believe we just cross off a box on this chart here. So one time has passed, 1 day has passed. Stuff happens when we like mark off a space that has one of these Greek letters on it, and I have to read something. But we got a week till that happens, so I think we're okay there. Yeah. So I think that I already did all the setup. So that should be all set. Yeah. Guess let's do our opening hands. And then I'll read the story text and we can get going. Alright, so let me do opening hand. I don't know if I shuffled that. Okay. Alright. What do I actually care about in my starting deck? Leo, basically, I think. And Lone Wolf. So I think I'm gonna mulligan everything except Lone Wolf.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That's fine.
It's all right.
I mean, I can discard Moonstone to play it. So
yeah, the Moonstone's pretty good. Just like get that out as soon as possible.
And Flashlight. Well, maybe I can do a Flashlight Shadow Light thing if we get a easy location. All right, let's look at your opening hands.
And this is not exactly bad either. I think the issue is that I really need to find a gun quickly. So like as much as I want to keep this magnifying glass, I might mull it. I mean, money is good, but I think I mull to crack the case because, well, actually, do you have clue getting stuff in your hand? Like, are you just going to clear off a location early?
I do. I don't know what the starting shroud is at these busy streets,
but I'm definitely going to mull the strange solution, and I think I'm going to mull the practice makes perfect. Yeah, I can mull that. And I think I'll keep Alice probably.
I mean, keeping Alice seems to make sense. And
well, the issue is I probably don't have money to play her and a weapon, but
that's true.
I think I'll mull the magnifying glass and I'll keep these two. How does that sound?
Yeah, it seems okay.
And keeping crack is kind of marginal, but I'll keep it. Okay.
Well, I did get some guns.
I did get a gun.
So. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Reaver, this is a blind run, and Blue Moon. I don't know if we have. I didn't look at what my weakness was, so maybe I have chronophobia. That is one of my favorite weaknesses thematically. So.
And do you want to quickly search and show people the Hunch Deck, and then I'll shuffle it?
Yeah, sure. So it looks like you've got scenes in here. A No Stone Unturned.
Scenes and hunches are like the bread and butter of the Hunch Deck. Like you always want those in there. The no stone, the level 0 no stone unturns are pretty bad, but they're just kind of a thing that you can put in there and they're fine. There's not a lot of great options early on.
As far as you put one of your shortcuts in here, I guess it just forces you to use it.
It's a thing that's like very easy to use, and I kept one in the main deck. That seems like a good balance. And then I think the logical reasoning is also questionable, but it's like, you need to get to 11 cards, and playing it for free is pretty good. So.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. All right. Let's read the act on the agenda. So, when it rains, arriving in London, you patiently await your contact, but none arrives. Inspector Flint, or one of his proxies, was supposed to meet you in a quiet tea house tucked away in a narrow storefront just outside Trafalgar Square. London. Wondering what could have gone wrong and suspecting the worst, you set off to investigate. When this agenda advances, move all doom on it to the next agenda. Okay, only 2 doom. Clues and capers. You draw your umbrella closer, using it to obscure your identity. Each person you pass on the street could be your contact, or be out to get you. As a group, spend the requisite number of clues to advance before the agenda advances. Alright, so we got like 2 turns to get 4 clues. And we're on the rainy London streets. Cold rain pelts the dreary streets in a rhythmic pitter-patter. Despite the hour, the square is bustling with automobiles, carriages, and pedestrians. Somewhere in this crowded city is the man you seek, or are you already too late? Oh man, Shroud 1. Rainy London streets gets plus X Shroud. X is the current act. There's no clues on rainy London streets. Add a clue to it, clues to it until it has 2 clues. Oh, okay. I mean, can I somehow get like 3 clues with this shed of light, or do I need another location? Oh, any location. Oh man. Ah man, do I do the stub shed light thing immediately and get almost all the clues? It's probably good, right? The shroud's at 2, so
Definitely do want to play this working hunch, probably.
is that what you have on top?
Yep.
I mean, I can get 3 clues. And if you want to go up the last one, then we'll have enough clues to advance.
And
Turn
we
1.
won't crack the case because
Yeah, probably
come on.
not. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think
I mean, it's also we don't exactly need all of these, right? But no, I guess we do.
we need 4 to advance, yeah, and then we don't have any other locations, so we also can resign here immediately if we want.
I hate it. I hate it when I'm spending time with my mates in foggy London town and it just won't stop pissing down rain in the rainy streets. I hate that.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna play Lone Wolf. I'll play Flashlight, and then I guess I will do the Flashlight nonsense. So I'm gonna use a charge on Flashlight, so it reduces the shroud by 2. That makes it a test 0. Then I'm gonna play the Shed the Light. I guess I do it at some point. I do it before I reveal the Chaos Token during the test. And I can play it because the difficulty test is 0, so the test automatically succeeds, so I don't have to draw a token. And then I discover an extra clue at this location and extra clue at any location, which means I get 3 clues. And that's my turn. And this goes to my discard pile.
Oh man, I wish I could ping something with Alice. Oh well. I guess I just won't play Alice then because I can get the gun down instead, which is better. So, yeah, I will. Maybe I'll draw. Man, I really don't want to draw this stupid weakness.
I'm excited to find out what this weakness is that you're so scared of.
Yeah, you might not be that excited when we find out what it is. It's okay. Maybe I won't cycle my deck all that much. Let's find out.
If it was doomed, you would have like immediately pressed the flip the table button. So it's probably at least not that.
Well, no, I just would have picked a different one. But I'll draw a card. Why not? Well, no, you know what? Yeah, I'll play this, and then I'll draw a card. Okay. And then so I mean, I could actually investigate with a perception to draw a card off of this, but I guess I mean, I have the hunch. I might as well use it. So let's
Yeah, I should note the worst symbol in the deck is a -5 right now.
Right. Yeah. Let's draw another card. And then let's play the hunch.
And you get to play it for free, right? Because it's -2 cost. Nice.
Exactly.
Cool. All right, so we have enough clues. I guess as soon as this ran out of clues, we're supposed to put more clues on it. But so maybe we'll need more later. I guess. Do we want to advance it right now, or do we want to do it at the beginning of next round? Probably the beginning of next round, right?
I would say beginning of next round.
Yeah. All right. So then upkeep. There's the light. Cool. Then we get a Doom, And I've got to.
Ooh, I was rewarded for not playing Alice yet.
And oh, nice. Counter card for me. Got Undercover. There are no enemies in the shadows. Don't worry about that yet. Gain Surge. All right, so this is gonna Surge. Figures in the Dark. This also gains Surge because we have no enemies in the shadows yet. Ooh. I can just these clues regenerate, so I feel like I should just make you pick up a clue. Or I can pick up a clue. Yeah, I'll spend a clue because we can just get another one.
Yeah, I think Shroud 1, infinite supply of clues, that's totally reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh, these are all perils. Spend 1 clue or choose and discard half. Well, I mean,
I like the London specific art they got going on
Jesus.
here with the portal.
This is nasty. This is like worse than Hunting Shadows. I mean, I'm obviously gonna spend a clue, so
Oh wow, yeah, I just
yeah,
was,
I'm not discarding. I'm not
I,
discarding
I
4
was
cards.
I was looking
Like,
at I was
but,
focused on the cool art. I didn't read how terrible the text was.
I mean, like, there's definitely times where maybe you would have a bunch of junk in your hand that you don't care about, but like just on the face of it, just the pure like value thing, it's like, are you kidding me? I'm not discarding 4 cards to this.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah.
It looks like it's specific to the scenario because I had the London art, or maybe not.
All right. Well, now we got 2 more clues to pick up now.
Oh, we do. So the shroud is still the shroud's 2.
So I can the Shroud is 2 now.
It's the 1 plus the current act. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I can get Alice down, and then I can investigate. Like, I can investigate with perception and deduction, and probably get them.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we want to do that?
Yeah. Why don't we do that and then we can advance?
Okay. I mean, I have the double crack ready, but I probably won't do it. I'll probably wait and try to get more money off of it later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I will click 1. Motivational speech, please. Beautiful detective Alice Luxley, come be my detective partner, and possibly also romantic partner. We'll see.
Oh.
And we'll. I like the hat. I like ladies in hats. It's very cute. All right. So now I'm up to 5 intellect, right? And it's Shroud 2. I guess I even really need the perception? Like, I arguably don't.
I mean, I guess
Because there's 1 minus 5, right?
there's 1 minus 5, and this is minus 4s, but you'll be at 4 above with the deduction, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna not
So-
commit the perception. So I'm just gonna commit deduction. So I'll be at 6 versus 2. And
Oh
Jesus.
no! All right.
Wow, whew, brutal. Well, I can go again with the perception and just get 1 clue, I guess. Can you get the other one?
Yeah, I can get the other one. I can just use a flashlight charge, I guess.
Okay.
Or maybe I can. No, it's not worth luckying. Yeah.
All right. Click 3. Commit the perception. Okay, great.
So it's minus 4 if you have 2 or more clues. Okay.
All right, and I draw a card. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I will use a flashlight charge and try to grab the clue. And is there any? I don't have money from Moonstone yet, so I don't want to do that. Okay, cool. So I didn't even need the flashlight. I drew -1. Oh, well. All right. So now I think we spend the clues, which means we're not going to have any clues if we draw bad clue the cards like the 2 we just drew. But that's all right. All right. So yeah, let's spend our clues in advance because we want to advance this before the end advances, or something that'll happen presumably. So, all right. Movement in the dark. You spot the figure on the other side of the street just as a bright red bus approaches. You're certain whoever was there was staring directly at you. The bus cuts a swath through the foggy street, and when it has passed, the figure is gone. Perhaps it is just your paranoia at work, but it cannot be a coincidence. It must have been either your contact or one of their foes. Perhaps even the reason they are missing. Stealing yourself for any possibility, you set off in chase. Alright, put the set aside. Kensington Gardens, Westminster Abbey, and Big Ben! Yeah, Big Ben. Locations into play. Alright. The investigator has to do some nonsense. Let's grab those locations quick. That was a lot more. Let's see. So we need Kensington. Okay. Put the rest of these locations away for now. All right, Lead Investigator draws the set aside Red Glove Man enemy. And then resolves his concealed keyword. Oh, it has a reminder what to do here. Okay. All right, so enemies in this campaign have something called concealed on them. What that means is when they come out, we don't know which location they're actually at. So that's represented by these mini cards over here. So I've grabbed this Red Glove Man mini card, and I grab decoys equal to the concealed value on the enemy. So it's going to be 2 for us. And then I flip them all over, and I shuffle them all together, and then I put them out as evenly as possible to locations that are nearest to the lead investigator. So one of them will go here, and I didn't actually look at what the symbols were on these yet. What are they? Square? Are these in like a... These connected to each other at all? Those are not. Okay, but these are. Okay, so I guess these are all nearest to me, so I can do whatever. This is correct, right? Circle, triangle. Yeah. Okay. So I guess let's put them over here, I guess. So in order to look at what these concealed cards are, you can damage it, evade it, or discover a clue from this location, and the difficulty of the test is whatever the shroud is. So if we're trying to find this Red Glove Man, we have to do one of those 3 types of tests to like peek at the cards until we find where he actually is. And once we find him, then he like spawns there. So Alice does seem like she'll be great because you can passively damage these.
Yeah, I mean, Alice is, especially when you have like working hundreds and stuff, it can be really good.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty strong. I almost played Rita just because this nonsense I'm doing with Flashlight, Rita could also do. So that probably would have been good. But
the only thing that's really annoying is it's too bad these don't count as enemies for the purposes of like scene of the crime or something. I assume they don't.
I already forgot. I think they might.
Oh, that would be dope as hell.
Read this quick. That's.
I'm not holding out too much hope for it though.
They are considered concealed enemies, I think. Let's see. Enemies in the shadows are considered to be in play, but not at a particular location. Enemies shadows are not nearest. Okay, that's not concealed mini cards. They're not enemies. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Yeah, too bad. Too bad.
But you can still damage them, I believe. Anything that like any effect that damages them does work. So like Alice, what's this 1 damage to an enemy? But I think one of these bullet points was passive effects like woodwork. So yeah, an effect that may use a card effect that automatically evades an enemy, deal damage to an enemy, or discovers a clue at a location in order to expose so many cards. So they're not enemies, but you can damage them and evade as if they were enemies. Okay.
Annoying.
And then the Red Glove Man is in the shadows, which I'll just make that be this area over here. They're considered in play, so like if he had some effect that was like, forced, every turn you take a damage or something, then that would be happening. But it looks like he doesn't have an effect, so I assume our goal is just to like find him right now. So, all right, advance the agenda directly to 2A. All right, so it goes away. Your mind must be playing tricks on you. Misshapen figures dance through the dense London fog whenever the rain lets up. Are these distortions like the one in the photograph Inspector Flint showed you? Or is it your quarry hiding in the mist and the gloom? Right, this one also, we want to try to, when this advances, all the doom gets moved. All right. And then Agenda 2A. The game is afoot. You chase a shadow shrouded by night. It might as well be a needle in a haystack, but still you search, hoping for any clue that may lead you to the truth. Chase down the mysterious figure before the agenda advances. If an investigator engages the Red Glove Man, advance. All right. Cool. So I still have 2 actions. How does it work with my nonsense here? Can I like investigate here? Oh, I can't reduce the shroud here is a 3 now, so I can't do my nonsense. Okay. Uh, yeah, let's see. Because when you would investigate, the revealing the thing replaces, I think, the standard effect. So specifically says if it's exposed by disturbing clues, no clues are discovered. So that doesn't work well with my shed the light thing because it's additional clues that get replaced. All right. I don't know. Should I mean, I can try to grab a clue from here, or I can try to just investigate and flip this over. And if it's the guy, I'll have to evade him. Or I could move and kind of explore the locations a bit. I kind of want to move and explore locations because I want to start getting some money from Lone Wolf, I think. So I'm going to move to Big Ben. The fixture in the London skyline, the clock tower at the north end of the Palace of Westminster looms over the city, its face like the eye of a watchful guardian. Big Ben has been like under repair for like several years. It's still being repaired. I should be up to date. This is like
Yeah,
important.
shouldn't you know this?
This
Aren't
is
you like related or
this is
something?
important Ben knowledge, so I should be on top of this.
Benology. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it probably was like in the middle of construction being fixed like during when COVID happened, so that might have delayed it. Uh, but I don't know. I'm gonna see. I think my Ben sense says it's still not open, but all right. Um, choose a concealed mini card at Big Ben or connecting location. Test agility 2. If you succeed, look at the revealed side of that mini card without exposing it. If you fail, take 1 horror. Okay, so I could peek at the cards. That could be useful. Oh, it's a free trigger.
Yeah, that's like
Oh.
pretty solid for you.
Yeah,
Because you have agility, you can definitely do it.
Yeah, well, my agility is only a 4, but
Well, you just got to get that moonstone out.
I do. I don't have quite enough money to get it out yet. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I should like gain a money and then like next turn I'd have both Moonstone and Lucky available, and I could do that a few times probably.
Yeah, I think getting the moonstone out would be pretty
Yeah,
good for you.
I'm gonna gain money and as my third action. So
Well, there is oh, so I didn't play the shortcut, so I should see what I have on top. See, I have a hunch. Like, I can come to you and I can get one of those clues. If we could get the other one, we can double crack and just both of us will have enough money for like everything.
oh wait,
I can probably.
you had a
I can
hunch.
probably.
You had a hunch on top. That means I didn't need a flashlight to investigate. Oh,
I don't know. Should have checked.
you would first, Dad.
Oh, is it still that same turn? Sorry, I lost
Yeah,
track.
yeah. This is the
Okay,
same
in that
turn.
case, sorry. In that case, I don't have a hunch.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
shortcut on top.
All right, yeah. No, this is the same turn we advanced. So
Okay.
uh okay, so then we're all done. So upkeep. Intel report. I don't have quite enough money to get that going yet, but
Yeah.
uh Doom
Least your one will
happens.
in a way though, right?
Yeah. Ooh, obscuring fog. Oof. Well,
That's
I mean
pretty annoying.
this might I mean it's Shroud 6 locations, so if we can
I mean,
if we can get
if I get like a scene of the crime or something, it could be pretty good.
uh
This shit. Well, not a lot of options. I'll just take 2.
um yeah, so I mean I do have Intel report, so if I gained 1 money, I could intel report both those clues, and if you happen to be here, you could crack the case.
Be good.
What's the order of operations happens though?
But then you won't get lone wolf money because I would have to basically end my turn there.
But we'd get 12 money between us because the shroud will still be 6.
That is really good. I mean, yeah, we should obviously do that, right?
So I mean, I think that sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah. Let me. Okay, and I have a no stone. So yeah, I'll probably just like move there, play the no stone. Do you have a card that you really want to like? Searching the top 6 is not that great because you're probably not going to find it. But do you have something that you like really want to search for?
I mean, like Leo, I guess, but
You don't. Well, I guess you would have money to play it after we crack, I guess.
I don't know. Nothing I'm desperate for, I think. So
Should I like punch this concealed card or something just to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Is it still shroud 2 or is it 3 now?
It's Shroud 3.
I mean, I could probably punch it though. Like
If it turns into an enemy, then that'll ruin our crack plans. But our goal is to
yeah.
find him. So
Oh yeah, because it could be in it. Well, okay. So why don't I move to you, and why don't I maybe? Oh no, why don't I maybe punch the card? Oh, that's really hard though. Yeah,
yeah,
like we're probably never gonna
well, I mean,
deal with that,
I
really.
can peek at this one and see if we actually
Okay.
care about it.
All right. I'm just gonna like
Or actually, I don't know. Yeah, if an enemy
I'm gonna
spawns here,
like
yeah.
I'm gonna like move to you, draw a card, and play the no stone. I think it's not very exciting, but that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Sound okay? Okay. Move to you, draw a card. Ooh.
Nice, right?
We're about to be rich, so I actually think I'm going to hold on to that and commit it, but
Okay.
only because we're about to be very rich.
Mm.
And then I will play the no stone on you.
Yeah, you gotta watch your phrasing there. Data. All right. I forgot to get the fancy search thingies. Get those out later. So search. Oh, there's a fancy button here now. Well, there is a Leo here, so I could grab him. I feel like that's good. The rest of these are not very useful, so I'll grab Leo. What's this card do? Draws it. Shuffles. Okay, so I just draw it. Okay. All right. That was your whole turn. That was 3 things,
Yep.
right? All right. So I'm gonna gain a money, and then intel report for 4. So I'll discover an extra clue. At least gets us all the clues. Then you can double crack, and the shroud is a 6 because this doesn't go away. So do we want to split it 6 and 6, or
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Unless do you want more?
I would take more to get the Moonstone and Leo out.
Okay, I'll take 5. You take 7. How's that?
Okay. So I guess, do I bother getting Leo out this turn?
Do you want even more? You could probably use more, right?
Yeah, I'll take more if you don't need it.
Why don't you take, how much did you have before this?
0.
Okay, why don't you take 9 and I'll take 3.
Okay.
That way you can get both
yeah,
out.
because then I'll play Leo, so he'll immediately give me an action back. So let's see, I gained a money, I played Intel Report, played Leo, but got an action back. So now I think I want to do this free test to peek at stuff.
As well.
So I will peek at, or what's the word here? I don't have to choose, I do the test first. So it's an agility 2. I'm just going to test it raw. I guess I won't have the lucky, but that's fine. See what I draw. Okay, so actually I succeeded, so I don't need to play Moonstone. So I get to look at the revealed side of the concealed mini card. Okay. Oh, it is the Red Gloved Man, which is inconvenient because that means we do need to deal with him somehow.
Yeah.
How do we deal with that? Okay, so we have to somehow damage him, evade him, or investigate here. And it's a Shroud 6. Seems pretty hard.
Well, I mean, we could like. So can I can look at it, right?
Yeah, I mean it's just
it's
just art on that side. So
I guess we don't really. Oh yeah, so we just have to hit it or Oh wait a minute. If we hadn't gotten the clues, I could have pinged it with Alice, right?
If you had picked up the clue, right?
So why don't I Bizarre Diagnosis next turn to drop a clue if I can get one, and then ping and pick it back up again or something.
Well, you still have to pick it back up. It's a Shroud 6.
Yeah, but
right?
I'll find. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'll find like a working hunter scene of the crime or something.
Gotcha.
We can at least try to do it that way, and if it doesn't work out, then we'll figure out something else.
Okay. Well, I have one action left. Yeah, doesn't really make me much sense for me to do. Like I could flashlight, but then I'll be at a 3 versus a 4. That's not so good. So got to draw a card. We basically have 2 turns to engage this guy. Oh, manual decks. that might actually be helpful. So, okay, so upkeep, and by 2 turns I mean we have 1 more turn. Uh-oh. Pay your due. Oh, okay. They didn't fix this? Alright, so I should have the survivor one of this then, I guess. I guess that's the punishment. I should have looked at it. What's that from? What's this one? Or should I redraw? I guess if I do this, that means whatever. There's no asterisks here, Dana. There's it's the same thing, right? It's just drawing the same card.
You sure about that?
No, there's no asterisk. Or I can just redraw my weakness, but I think it's fine. I'll just replace it with the underprepared. Play this. This is the only card in your hand. You have exactly 1 resource in your pool. Oh, gross. Okay. Okay. So Doom happens. So we got what is it? Oh, it makes my skills weaker. Okay. All right. So we got 1 more round to find this guy before something bad happens.
Yeah, maybe the complicated plan I was thinking of won't quite work. We can probably just commit a bunch of shit and investigate.
Yeah. Okay. After I fail a skill test while out of location with a mini card, I take a horror. 2 actions to discard. Okay, it doesn't seem too bad. All right. Encounter card for you, Dan. Well, I mean,
right. Well,
it doesn't go. It goes over here at the streets.
Oh,
so
great, wonderful.
Fine, probably.
That would have been really funny if it went here. Because I mean, I think like the shroud is 6, but I have like base 5, and I could commit like the extra Alice and the bizarre diagnosis and the cryptic writings, and I could be at like 10.
Okay, so, yeah, I don't have anything I can commit to you, so.
I mean, I can be up by 4.
I literally.
When has that ever not worked?
Oh, I guess I could give you exactly. Yeah, because of I drew this underprepared, which makes all my cards have 1 less icon. So I have literally nothing I can commit that gives you anything.
I feel like I should just I can just go. It's also like I can go first, and well, let me see my hunch actually.
Yeah, why don't you go first?
Oh. I mean, that actually just does it, right?
Well, there's no.
You still get 1 clue.
There's no clues here to discover, but you.
But instead, I thought it's like a replacement effect. Like
you expose this. Yeah, okay. No, I think that works.
Yeah. Why don't I just click one, do this?
So I think you.
And then I can move off this location, so you get your lone wolf money probably.
Well, you're gonna have an enemy on you, so maybe that won't work. But
I
appreciate because this is gonna spawn an enemy on you.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
all right. Well, yeah. Should I go and do that then?
Yeah.
All right. Click one.
This is gonna spawn a scary enemy on you.
Alice Luxley and I investigate the crime scene.
Okay. And this is the enemy that's gonna spawn you. So I don't know if you wanna be ready for that.
It's a little scary, but it's fine. It can even hit me during enemy phase, and it's sort of okay.
Okay. So you flip this over. So it's the red glove man. So
I guess actually, should I like I could have played the sword, but I don't think that's worth it. I think it's better to because if I can just hit it twice, it dies. So
well, if you play the sword, then you can't play the scene of crime, right?
Exactly. I guess the difficulty is I really don't have much to commit to this, so it's just going to be like 5 against 5. Oh, that's actually really bad. So maybe if I.
Well, let's. You definitely want to engage him with your first action, effectively.
I mean, I think we want to advance it, right?
Yeah. All right. So, because as soon as he engages you, I have to advance. So it's possible he won't immediately fight you or something.
Let's do it.
Okay. After much toil and pursuit, you finally catch up to the figure you've been chasing. A feeling of vindication washes over you as you spot the red gloves the man wears. It was no phantom you chased. This is the one you have sought all along. You corner him in a narrow alleyway, sheets of rain and fog masking your approach. Several more figures flank the man. A meeting, perhaps? To your surprise, he casts an expressionless glance in your direction. Then, fast as a flash of lightning, and gone just as swiftly, a formless shape ducks out of view. A chunk of nearby building goes along with it. When you turn to question your quarry about what happened, they have all fled east. You inch forward and examine the partially excised wall, covered in an ectoplasmic substance, like the negative of an underdeveloped photo. Okay, set the red glove man out of play. So he does not hang out with you yet. So we're okay. Put the set aside Tower Bridge and Tower of London locations to play. Shuffle the set aside Crimson Conspiracy and Outsider encounter sets into the encounter deck, along with the encounter discard pile. Advance the agenda. Okay, let's do all that stuff quick. Crimson Conspirators, Outsiders, go in there. And put him back over here. And we need the two. What was it? It's the Tower Bridge and Tower of London. Okay.
Do you feel like you have any likelihood that you might be able to engage and evade this guy? I'm gonna guess no, but
Which guy?
oh, did he go away already?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it said to set him aside again. So
great.
I'm sure we'll have to deal with him later. But
yeah, because he was going to be a real bitch to actually hit. So it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of the vibe I was getting. All right, I think this is correct. I also think I have north. I have not arranged these in the correct orientation based on how London is actually set up, but that's fine. It says they went east, but whatever. Okay, so advance directly to the next agenda. Okay. The connection. It is clear now that Inspector Flint's hunches were correct. The man in the red gloves is not operating alone, and whatever he's up to, it has something to do with the recent vanishings. You could wait to report what you have seen, but by then the man and his cohorts may have already put into motion whatever scheme they are planning. No, you have only one choice. You must find the man with the red gloves at all costs. Your gaze turns eastward, in the direction you last saw the man heading. Over the Tower Bridge lies the famed Tower of London, where even more eyes watch your approach, these belonging to a conspiracy of dark and brooding ravens. For what reason could he be heading there? Investigators at the Tower of London may spend the requisite number of clues to advance, which is 6. And we have 9 doom until the agenda advances. And there's still another agenda.
Ready.
Alright, so you still have 2 actions, right? You only did one thing.
So I guess probably what I will do is move to one of these other locations, perhaps like this one, perhaps Westminster Abbey.
Yeah, I think maybe we want to scout these 2 for victory, and then before we head off that way. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, let me move to Westminster Abbey for click 2.
All right.
Okay.
No victory there. They are easy clues if you need to grab clues for some reason. But
honestly, I wouldn't hate having some clues just because of all the treacheries that are like spend a clue or something horrible happens to you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really seem worth it. So
yeah. It might. I have 2 clues already, I guess, because they haven't gotten trashed yet.
I will probably just keep moving. I'll probably just move to Rainy London Streets.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
All right, that's it.
All right. How do I get rid of this underprepared thing? I don't know, cry a lot, I guess.
That's really annoying.
This is rough.
That's incredibly annoying.
Yeah. Exactly 1 resource in your pool. So I have to play all of my cards and have no money to get rid of it.
Honestly, like you're in kind of an okay spot for it with Wendy because at least you can pretty freely discard cards.
Yeah, I can get rid of my cards easily enough. I think it's more. I don't have too many cards that like I commit like outside of Grizzled and like Dexes. So like
you also don't need to commit stuff that bad. I mean, if I were you, I would really try to get the Moonstone out.
I mean, I need to find a useful test, I think, to try to do that on. So I think I'm gonna move to here and see what's going on there. So I get Lone Wolf money.
You sure do.
Unless I don't want it because I'm prepared. No, I think I still want it. I think maybe I'm just gonna keep underprepared the whole game and be sad about it, I guess. So I'll move twice. We'll check out the Kensington Gardens. Oh, there is victory here. Oh, but it's also oh, after you expose a decoy, heal horror. Okay. This is also a shard of 2 locations, so I can do the nonsense with my last flashlight charge. Um, that's but I guess is there. That means I would grab a clue from like some other random location, uh, and then I'd have a lot of clues. But that's fine. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll do that. So I'm gonna do this flashlight nonsense again. So I'll reduce the shroud to 0, and then I'll play Shed a Light instead of drawing a token, and I will pass the test automatically and get 3 clues, including I guess one from here. I guess. Sure. All right. And then I have one more action. I guess I just move back to here. It means I'll kind of want you to go first, maybe, but yeah, whatever. Okay, cool. That was that all 4 of my actions? Move, 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 investigate. Yeah. Flashlight doesn't discard itself, does it? Oh man. Oh. I should have put AOD or something in here or some way to trash flashlights. Oh well. All right. My turn is over, so upkeep. And then Doom happens, and encounter card for me. Oh man, I forgot to update the Doom over here. There we go. All right. Did I click the encounter card? No. Heavy Rain. This is good art. The invisible monster of the rain. Great. Test will 3. If each point you fail by, you have to take 1 horror or place one of your clues in your location. Okay. Guess I'll just test that and probably discard Moonstone if I need to. Okay, all right. Well, let's discard Moonstone and immediately play it.
The Cinco Negativo.
Yeah.
The one we hate. The token we hate.
Yeah. All right, and then I guess I'd try again. Do I care about failing this? I mean, I take a little horror, but I could soak a little horror, or I could drop clues, and I mean, we'll find more clues. I guess there's nothing to do other than draw the token first and find out. Oh, okay, so I passed. So I'm at 5 will now. Great, amazing job, Wendy. All right, your encounter card.
Well, it's not great. Boy, I really would have been very happy if this card just wasn't in this campaign at all. But I guess we don't live there. I think I'm just definitely gonna fail this, and I'm gonna lose Alice probably and play another one, which is awful, but not as bad as it could be.
Yeah,
because I have no way to pass this.
I mean, that sounds reasonable. You don't have anything to commit to it, so yeah, just eat it. Oh, let's see. Auto failed anyway.
Getting the autofill out of the way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Rough first date in the rain for you, I guess. Yeah. All right. So, do you want to go first? And see what hunch card you get. When do you get to reveal the hunch card? Is it when your turn begins or when the phase begins? Oh, the phase begins. So you can do it before.
Got a hunch. So I think maybe what I should do. There's no more concealed cards that are gonna like pop out when we get to these places, right?
I believe they spawn when we find enemies, which I think I didn't look, but I think they all got shuffled into the encounter deck. So
what I'm kind of thinking is like move to the tower bridge, probably like play Alice and investigate or something. Does that sound pretty reasonable?
I mean, let's see what's going on over there.
All right, click 1, move to the tower bridge. Okay, so just clues and not a lot else going on. We probably do want to put the Trader's Gate into play, though, don't we?
I mean, if one of us can pass that test,
I think I can if I commit stuff. Like I'll play Alice and then click 3, investigate, and commit stuff.
Yeah, are we not able? Oh, so the main gate in the tower is locked and guarded. In order to enter the tower, we have to spend 4 clues. Okay, so but maybe the other gate will let us save the clues.
Yeah, well, I'm also probably going to hunch one of these clues just because... you think the Trader's Gate might be like a better way to do it? Because I'm probably going to hunch one of these clues just because the hunch goes away otherwise.
Yeah, no, that makes. Well, how many actions do you have left? Because maybe if you spawn the
I have
Trader's
two.
Gate, you could move to it. Maybe there are clues there. I don't know.
I'm gonna play Alice to boost my info, so I'm probably
Okay,
not gonna be able to move there.
no, just hunch one of those clues. I mean, if you have two or more clues, it makes the skull worse. But having like one clue is great. So
Yeah. All
I'm
right. So I click 2, I play Alice. Click 3, I investigate. It's difficulty 5. I have a base 5. I'm gonna commit bizarre diagnosis and cryptic writings. So I'm up by 4.
let's see at 9. Okay, there you
Hooray! I
go.
pass. All
So
right.
we
So we
put
do
the
whatever that is.
put the
And in the
Trader's Gate
meantime, I'm
into
gonna hunch one
play.
of these clues. Unless it says like you may immediately move. Okay, it doesn't say that.
I
Okay, so.
don't think it says there. I think it just says it spawns it. So,
All right. Well, I'm not gonna complain about it pretty quick.
uh, what is this connected to? This, I guess. Sure. Okay. Okay. That was your whole turn, right? All right. So
Yep.
I get Lone Wolf money. Then what do I do with my life? Because I don't have any. Don't have any clue getting cards.
Well, interesting flaw we've discovered about
I
Wendy
mean,
Adams.
I've gotten a lot of clues so far, but yeah, it's slowing me down a little bit.
I think you're
I
supposed to
guess
resourceful your shadow light back.
I am supposed to do that, but I didn't draw those yet, so didn't.
Oh, it's too
Yeah,
bad.
it's part
Really
of.
too bad.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's the combo of cards is rough. Uh, is is that why the symbol for the Scarlet Key for this scenario is a raven, Dana? Because like ravens is a conspiracy.
Did you know that a
Yeah.
group of ferrets is called a business? Like a business of ferrets?
Whose job is it to name groups of animals, and why is
Mine.
that the best
It's my
job?
job. Honestly, best job I've ever had. Most fun I've ever had in my life.
All right, I think I'm gonna move twice and see what's going on at the Trader's Gate, and then make a decision based off of that.
That's good.
Secret route. Oof. All right. So no victory here. You can test combat or agility to reveal the Tower of London. So that's an alternative way to flip this. So
This is just not. This is all just to save 4 clues that we already have. Like,
oh, it's to save 4 clues, but we also need 6 clues once we're at the tower, right?
oh, okay.
So
Well, you can probably do the agility test if you get some stuff to commit.
I can't actually
I
commit
mean,
stuff, but I do have lucky, and I
you
do have
do.
5 based agility right now. What's the
Plus
penalty?
you
I
get a
take it.
plus you get a retry. You know,
Uh, yeah. Can I somehow spend this one money? Oh man.
this is an absurdly bad card.
Okay. So
Underprepared. Like this is terrible.
I
Like you almost want to get amnesia just to help you get rid of this.
I think maybe I commit both of these and like hope I draw a -3 or -4, so I can also lucky. And therefore pass the test, and then I'll have one money left, and I can play underprepared.
You don't want to.
I don't
I
know.
guess because
Uh,
I mean, if you save the backstab, because it's literally going to contribute 0 symbols.
that is correct.
I don't know. I mean, it's not the craziest thing I've
But
ever heard.
I don't. I guess like how much do I care about this underprepared? Like this seems like an opportunity to get rid of it. Oh, I guess I could use the
It,
backstab to do a redraw though instead of committing it.
it's a tough world out there for an orphan. Ben, wait till you see what my weakness is.
All right, I'm gonna commit the manual decks and try to do this test, and I'll backstab if I'll use the backstab to do a redraw if the lucky doesn't work. So I'm at a 6 versus 5. Okay, so that's a -2 and reveal another token. So oh no, I gotta do a bunch of math. Should I redraw that? I feel like yes. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna redraw. Okay, great. Was this perfect? I think this was perfect. So now I use the lucky. This is my third action, by the way. I use the lucky, so that puts me at exactly 5 because I committed a dex, which gave me +1. Oh no, this is gonna make me draw a card. Ugh. Uh, dang it. All right. Well, oh well. So I do succeed. I draw a card. And maybe I can do this next turn again. But I do succeed at this test, so I reveal the Tower of London. Okay. What are we supposed to? How does this advance? Okay, so we need to spend 6 clues in there. Okay, and we have 6 clues. So next turn, maybe we just move here and we spend them. Okay.
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna draw another card during upkeep and gain another money. All right, I just never get rid of underprepared. That's what's happening.
That
all right.
sounds really bad, Ben.
All right.
I guess you should have prepared a little harder.
I have one more action, but I can't. I don't think I can do anything useful with it because I can't get rid of the lucky. I think maybe I just draw another card. Just commit to not having. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
That just sets you even further away. I don't know, man.
I'm never gonna be able to get rid of it. I don't think. All right.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I guess I could have moved here, but then I would have lost 2 resources. That probably would have been better. Well,
because then upkeep, you'd get 1 back, right?
Yeah.
Lone Wolf, you'd get 2 back.
Well, Lone Wolf, I don't have to trigger Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, let's upkeep. And then I definitely should have moved here because then you could have gone first and moved and we could have advanced or whatever. But
whatever.
Doom happens, and then encounter card for me. Ooh, that looks new. Oh, but there's no enemies in the shadows. Okay, so draw again. Substance dissimulation. For each set aside hollow you own, if there are 1 or more copies of that hollow in your play area or hand, discard those copies and take 1 damage or horror. If no cards are discarded with this effect, choose a non-discard you control on your hand or player and set aside and out of play as a hollow. What?
This is great. This is helping you empty out your hand.
It is helping me. I choose a non-weakness. Darn it.
This feels a little like a Fate of All Fools type thing, where like it gets worse when you get more of them.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. So what's my most useless card? Winging it is good, but I don't know. I don't know if I need it. I'm hoping we don't need to get too many more clues. I'm assuming the last act is like find the guy again, but
I mean, so far there's like no enemies in this scenario, so like Waylay maybe is not great.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's put Waylay over here as a hollow. Where does it say to put it?
Out of set it aside, out of play.
Somewhere. Okay, I'll just put it over here. Okay. Is there anything weird going on in this art? Or is this just regular art of like a car? That's weird.
I think it's
right?
sort of like reality is fading out or something if you look at the background or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it's in like a wreck town or something. All right, let's go to that. All right, encounter card view. Man.
Okay, put it in play if there's no copy of it. After I expose a decoy, take 2 damage. Okay, I mean, I don't really want to take 2 damage, but this is sort of okay. I guess in theory I could get rid of it with an agility test if I wasn't Joe Diamond. So
yeah. All right. So it's our turn.
This would be great for you to draw because I think you could just pass this.
Yeah, that would be good for me. So can I get to the Tower of London and advance without you having to go? Because that would be good, right? I guess the question is, because I need 1 more clue to do that because I have 5 clues, so I'd have to like move here, like maybe winging it a clue from here.
I mean, if you want me to go first, I could like pick up this clue and move there.
I was just trying to make it so I go and we can advance before you go in case you need to react to whatever advancing happens. Because we need to spend 6 clues as a group at the Tower of London.
So you would just need to pick up some clues and end your turn.
Yeah. And I'm also calculating if I can somehow get play Blender. Or underprepared, but I don't think I'm going to gain a money. I'm going to move here. I gain a money from Lone Wolf. I move here. I will. There's only 1 clue here. Oh, do you grab one at some point? Yeah. I'm going to winging it, which costs me 1, and just test. I'm at 3 versus 1. Skull is a -4. What if I lucky?
And
I think right. Well, so because I was at 3, Lucky puts me at a 5 minus 4 is a 1 versus a 1. All right, we do it. I get it works. I get the clue. That was my second action. So I think third action I play Blunder. Or underprepared.
If you find a treachery that's like draw the top weakness in your discard pile, it will officially be the funniest thing ever.
Oh man.
No, actually, what you really need is to now draw Wendy's weakness, which will banish that out of your discard pile. I think.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be good actually, right?
I don't think it excludes weaknesses, but I don't remember.
I don't think it does, but I can't remember. But
Yeah,
drawing my
that
weakness
sucks really
will also trash all my shed the light things, but whatever. All right, so then I move here as my last action. I think I want to advance at the beginning of your turn, so that because I assume that guy's going to pop out in the shadows. I don't want him to hit me, so
Yep.
I end my turn.
But you're ending your turn there now, so you can pick now, right?
Right. So I'm saying advance at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll spend the clues at the beginning of your turn. So I advance. Okay. I end my turn. I have no resources to lose, and there's no enemies in the shadows. So tragically, I can't trigger either of those effects.
Really sad. I guess the game just crashes, just like a seg fault or something.
All right, and then as your turn begins, I'm going to spend the 6 clues, and we'll see what happens here. So flip this over. Quietly and cautiously, you follow the figure from distance. With measured haste, he darts to and fro inside the ominous tower, searching for something. Finally, while you watch from the shadows, the man with the red gloves finds what he's looking for, a loose brick along one of the candlelit hall's many columns. He casually rotates the stone back into place with the kind of nonchalance as if he were dealing with a piece of misplaced laundry. To your surprise, a section of the nearby wall rotates in turn, revealing a secret passageway. He ascends into darkness, and you follow in secret. Alright, put the set-aside Tower Prison location to play. Attach the set-aside Eye of the Ravens key to the Tower Prison, not controlled by anyone. Move all concealed mini-cards in play to the tower. We don't have any of those. Draw the set-aside Red Glove Man enemy and resolve his concealed keyword, putting all of those concealed mini-cards into play at the Tower Prison. Okay, so I think we need all this stuff that's in here, so... This is the Eye of Ravens. So this is a new type of card. It's a key. I believe the rules for key said...
Is it a Scarlet Key?
It's red. It's
Is
definitely
it?
red. It just says key on it though, so I don't know if it's Scarlet. So it's a yellow key. Appears as a small red marble found lodged in the eye socket of a deceased coterie operative. Paradimensional capabilities unknown. Completely impregnable despite all piercing and crushing attempts. What could possibly be inside? A device or another worldly entity? It's the macabre ruby marble. Alright. So I believe this is a new thing in this. It's the keys. They have a stable and unstable side. I believe because it's not in control by investigator, it's not attached to a story asset, then it is unstable. What's the rules for it's being attached to a location? Maybe it doesn't do anything while it's attached to a location. Dana Herson, shout at me if I'm supposed to care more about this right now. So the shift is like an effect that can get triggered somehow. I don't know. All right, so we need Red Glove Man and 2 decoys. Group those together. So these are all at the tower. So notably, if you do like 3 damage, you can't like split it up to all these. It's like it has to be different instances of damage from different sources. So
okay.
These are connected, right?
So do we have an idea of how he's gonna try to steal it?
I assume it'll say it on the act because I haven't read that yet. Okay. Caught red-handed. Somewhere in these forgotten crypts, the man with the red gloves is searching for something. But for what purpose? The red gloved man gains parlay, will, or intellect 5. Interrogate him. If you succeed, place 1 resource on him. Stop the red gloved man from stealing the Eye of Ravens. If he's defeated, or if there are 2 resources on him, advance. No. I mean, so I don't know if we can do another difficulty 5 will or intellect test, but I assume there will be text. Oh, forced when okay. So I don't think we know how um, he's going to try to steal it, other than the agenda advancing. So, I mean, we have a lot of time. We've only done 5 turns. We're actually doing surprisingly well.
Wow, and most of those turns you had underprepared out. That barely even counts.
Yeah. All right. So my turn. My turn's over already. This is your turn. So, uh,
Well, it seems that I should move down there and begin trying to do things. Right.
yeah. Let's see what's going on down there. I guess. Is there anything you want to
Um,
play before you go down there?
I mean, I have a no stone, but I'm not really sure what. I don't have anything specific. So the thing about the level 0 no stone is even if you're playing it for free, it's like barely better than drawing a card, right? Like you get to look at 6 and pick
Yeah.
one
Oh,
instead of
because
drawing
it's
one.
not fast.
Yeah, like I'm. It's you basically only play it if you would draw a card this turn anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just gonna move twice. That's
Have
what I'm
you?
thinking.
Oh, Strange Solution is only one test you succeed at.
Because what I'm thinking is like if there are clues on the tower prison, if we even need clues that are on the tower prison, then I could like investigate and get one, and then also ping one of the concealed cards. You know.
My assumption, we have to either do this parlay to put resources on him or fight the
Yep.
guy.
I'm guessing we want
Oh,
to fight him,
where's the guy?
but
Did I not pull him
but
out? No,
it would be pretty hard for me. Oh, actually,
well, I mean he's got 4 health, so once we
yeah, you
find
know what I
him, it's a question of
I
can you
didn't
kill him?
realize? This is pretty bad, actually. I thought this like went away after it triggered, but it doesn't. It's basically just like 2 damage every round.
I mean if you expose decoys, so
I think what
we
this kind of means is that I maybe want to like expose all the decoys in one turn, or you want to do some of them.
yeah.
So I think this turn I move down there and maybe I do play the no stone, and then maybe like next turn we start
Well, I mean
exposing things.
yeah, we also can avoid exposing things if we think we can do this int 5 test twice. I don't know, like you could just draw a bunch of cards and like commit a bunch of stuff, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. I mean, the thing is like if I can like ping him with Alice and just hit him with a vicious blow, he'll be dead.
Mhm.
So like if I can just find if I can find a practice makes perfect, I think I can just kill him. So let's but yeah, what I'll
Okay.
do is I'll move twice and then I'll probably play the no stone. How's that
Yeah,
sound?
let's see what's going on down
Okay.
there.
Click 1, click 2.
Oh, it's victory here. Oh, it can spend a clue to get +2 skill value. Okay.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Of course, you also need clues to not get wrecked by the encounter deck in this scenario, but
Yeah. All right. Good
um
night, Reaver. Yeah.
all right, so what I'll do is I have one action left. Um I also would kind of like to do the strange solution, but I don't know. Yeah, there's also like there's another scene in my hunch deck that I might get. Yeah, okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this magnifying glass, and I'm going to no stone.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to take this practice makes perfect.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we do want to get the clues from here. This is victory.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
I
Well,
I'm
I'm.
sort of assuming if like we don't kill him, it'll give us the victory some other way. But he does a victory on it if we want to kill him. So
I think the ideal thing to do would be get these 4 clues and kill him, or do the parlay or something. So.
yeah.
Okay. So then it is the end of my turn. So I'm going to test agility. Actually, is this terrible? Like, is this I guess drawing a squid is really bad, but I don't think we have.
we do not have any squids, so
Okay, that's good. Because I'm definitely gonna fail this. So
yeah. So it's just, yeah.
it did not work.
Nope.
Okay,
That's fine.
I failed.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
That was both of our turns, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
already. So
Upkeep.
upkeep. Oh, there's the track shoes. That might be kind of helpful. All right. Doom happens. We're at 6 out of 9. And hunting shadow. That's just 2 damage, I guess. Okay. Counter card for you. Do a cover, but so there is an enemy in shadows. The red glove man is there.
So this would add another guy, which is sort of bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth committing stuff though, really.
Yeah. because that same
Well,
stuff could be committed to do the parlay thing with him.
you know
Right?
what though? I think being up by 1 is good. So, right? Because then I could pass on the skull. There's 2 skulls, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually,
So
can we can't do the parlay until we find him, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to commit a strange solution, which is going to put me at 6 versus 4, because
Okay.
that's then I at least have a chance at passing.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay.
Hooray, we
Nice.
pass. Okay.
Okay.
So so again, so I don't want to like take the damage off of this multiple times. So I want to either like expose everything this turn or like you help expose some of them, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, once we reveal him, he'll be out on the board, and we'll have to be dealing with him, right? So,
Yeah, but like
but
I
but but
have
the
the
sooner
practice
we
makes
reveal him,
perfect.
it means we don't have to. If more things spawn, and
Yeah, I definitely would feel better if I had like more cards to
what's
fight him with. Oh, I guess I should see what my hunch
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good actually. I kind of want to play that just to load up for fighting because we're also like you said we're not in a hurry, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have 3 more Doom on this agenda, and there is another agenda, and I don't see anything that implies we like have a bad ending if we go to the next
So
agenda.
so
So
what if I play the sketches and then sort of start either maybe investigating or something? It's also like he doesn't hit that hard, so if I pull him out last click and he gets to hit me during enemy phase, it's not that bad.
yeah, yeah. Why don't you play? Yeah, why don't you play the sketches? Because if we get these clues,
Yeah.
we can probably do the parlays and stuff on him or fight him.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I'll play the sketches. So that's pretty good. Like the inquiring mind is great for fighting him.
Well, I mean,
So
we're gonna get the clues though.
well yeah. Um, well, I mean, do you think doing the double parlay is easier than just hitting him for 4 damage?
Well, I mean, I think we want the clues to get the victory. So I mean,
Well,
hitting him for 4 damage is probably easier.
like that's what I'm saying. We definitely want the clues on this location.
Right.
But you're saying we should get those before we try to flip him. Is what you're
That's
saying?
what I'm thinking.
Okay,
Because
that's reasonable.
otherwise we have to deal with like trying to evade him every turn. Which I mean, I guess I could do that. I can
That's
set up.
fine. So I mean, in that case, should I? Well, the thing is, if I get clues, I can ping one for free with Alice. So I'm probably going to do that, right?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Um,
And that means you'll take 2 damage, but you have Hollowed Mirror, so you can kind of.
I forgot about that. That's annoying. I mean, I could play Hallowed Mirror and start using it. I don't know. Man, yeah, this Knives in the Dark actually ended up being incredibly annoying. I really thought it would just go away after it hit once.
Yeah. Nope.
You know,
It's a rough one.
I could maybe use I could burn the Inquiring Minds to get rid of it, maybe.
Ooh, yeah, that makes sense. Or try to get rid of it at
Yeah,
least.
I might actually do that. So in that case, let's not expose anything this turn. What if I like? Is it? I feel like I feel like it's crazy to play the Hallowed Mirror though, because we're probably going to be fine.
If you have an action, uh,
I'll just do it because it gets me a card when I play the Soothing Melody, right?
yeah, it
Okay.
replaces itself.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
I think we
So
can set up a little bit this turn, but we don't want to
yeah,
we don't want to dally forever. Right?
yeah. All right. So then click 3. I'll play the Soothing Melody. Okay. And end of my turn, I'm going to do this. So I have a base of 2. I'm going to commit the Inquiring Minds and a Strange Solution. So I'm up by 3. Do I commit the gun too?
How many 4s are in here? There's 1 -4, 1 -5.
How many minus 3s?
Uh, one -3.
Okay,
Two?
I'm actually
Two
gonna.
-3s. 1 second, sorry. There's 2 -3s. Sorry.
Um,
So it's like 4. If you're at 2 above, you fail on 4 out of 17 tokens.
I'm
Which
gonna roll the dice on that and keep the Strange Solution. I think.
okay.
I don't know. Do you think that's crazy?
I mean, I think it's fine. If you were going to commit something, I would think you'd like commit the automatic because you have
Well,
4
yeah.
bullets. So
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah. Let's commit it because I'm probably not going to need the agility. Hopefully, for anything else. So, hooray! All right, it goes away.
nice.
Good job, Dan.
All right. I'm going to gain a money. So is there any reason I should try to grab the clues from here? I don't have anything to do that with. So
I mean, you can spend them to be better at fighting things, which is pretty good.
yeah, I don't have any cards to help get clues right now. So I'd be testing it like 3 versus 3.
Yeah, you might as well go down to the tower prison.
I guess I'm thinking because I could. Do I care about the seeing shadows? I think I don't. Because
down to the prison.
Well, I think I want to gain money and get track shoes out, and then probably just move to you.
Do you need track shoes?
It's agility, which I can use to reveal this stuff, right? It'd just be for the agility bonus to put me at a 6.
Yeah. Is that? Yeah, I guess. I mean, you could also just like draw clue cards and use those to expose things.
Yeah.
So it's up to you though.
See how many actions I have. So I have 2. Let's draw 1 card. See what's going on there. Oh, sorry. I got our amulet. Well, it's two wild icons. It's pretty good for something. Yeah, I think because once I'm down there, it's gonna turn off my lone wolf. So I was debating if I can. Oh, this guy's in the shadows, so he's gonna hit me. Gross. If I stay here. Yeah, I'm gonna gain a money and play the track shoes and move to here. And that's where I'm at. Okay. Upkeep. Doom. And
deduction.
Counter card. That is good. I got the undercover thing, so I'll test agility, and I can discard something if I need to. I think. Yeah, I'll just. I'm at 2 above.
You probably want to try to pass it. Yeah.
Okay. Do I discard something now to redraw the tablet, or do I just draw another token first?
Well, you're at a 0 basically, so you're probably not going to pass it if you draw another one.
Well, yeah, I can discard and redraw the tablet though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it makes any sense to.
Let's do that. Let's redraw.
Oh.
All right. I mean, I could discard the amulet and draw again, but it's just gonna add another decoy.
It seems fine.
Yeah, I can always just do an agility test against the decoys. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Like we're gonna get some kind of free. I'm gonna get like some free exposes off of Alice. So
yeah. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna land on us, right?
On us. That is irritating. I
mean, I could pick the lock if you want, or you can punch it. Whatever.
You're better at it, I think, because you have 6 agility.
Okay.
In that case, do you want to go first if you think you can do that?
Yeah. Which do you want to look at? What your hunch card is?
Yeah. Okay. Not very helpful.
Not anything we care about.
Nope.
All right. So I guess I just try to pick the lock. I don't know if it's really worth committing the amulet to any of these tests because I'm at 2 above. And if there's no really a penalty for failure, then I have to try again. So let's give it a whirl. This is a -2 because I don't have any clues. So the door goes away. So I got 3 actions left. Should I start trying to look at these? I might draw the guy out, but then I could probably evade him if I need to.
He is 5 agility. If you think you could evade him, then I would start doing it. Otherwise, maybe draw a card. Or something.
Otherwise, I draw cards so I can have stuff for windy abilities. I'm not really worried about the seeing shadows because I'm at full.
I mean, you can also let him hit you for 1-1. Like
That's
he's not
true.
that scary.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh yeah, up to you.
And if he's out, then you can ping him with Alice a bit, which is nice. So
that would be nice.
But once he's out,
that would be extremely good, actually.
Yeah. I mean, once he's out, we're in like the end game mode basically, where it's. Are you trying to get Strange Solution done this game? Or
I don't care that much. I'm probably not. The thing is, I'm probably not going to drop XP on it immediately. So
okay. Then yeah, why don't I try to?
Yeah, and I can potentially get 2 of these clues with deduction pretty easily. So.
Yeah, we do want to get all the clues before we kill him.
Yeah, understood.
So I have 1 winging it, but that only puts me at like a 3 versus a 3, which is not good. So I guess I'll try to evade some of these decoys. So I'm at a 6 versus 4. We have 1 clue. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend that clue. So I'll just test it. Let's draw again. I don't really care about failing, so let's take a horror and try again. Just don't want to do it too much. All right, so I succeed. So I'll shuffle these and flip. All right, got him first try.
Wow.
All right, so he comes out, and this goes.
And is he on you, or do we get to pick?
That's a good question, actually.
I think we'd put him on you anyway.
I think we want me to evade him, but let's see. Conceal many cards exposed. Enemies not exposed. Place match enemy at that mini card's location. Okay, so I guess he just spawns here. So I guess in the future we could choose, but I think we do want to put him on me. So
yeah, unless you think you can like investigate and get a bunch of clues or something.
No, I do not think I can do that.
All right.
Okay. So that was my. Was that only my second action? What did I do? What was my first action? Did I move down here? No. Okay. So still 2 actions, right? To try to evade him, and he doesn't have alert.
That is true.
Did I do? Oh no, I did the door. The door was the first thing I did.
Oh
so
yeah.
So I have one. So I have 1 try to evade him. So I guess I might as well. Oh man, I got to figure out the math. Is it better to commit the amulet or wait and use it to redraw?
So you're up by 1.
I'm only up by 1.
The thing is, finding a -1 is really hard.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably want to commit it. Well, or alternatively, I could give you 1 symbol if that would really change things.
I mean, it puts me at the 2 above threshold, which is a lot better.
Are the other decoys gone? Because that would actually matter a lot, because that means the tablet is now a much better token for us.
The other mini cards are gone because they were all decoys. So if there's only decoys on the board, you basically trash everything.
Yeah. How about this? Why don't I give you 1 symbol, and then you can be up by 2, and you can still hang on to the amulet.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Cool. So he's evaded.
Way to go, Ben. Because this also means I can safely hit him without worrying about retaliate too, which is nice.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I also can probably evade take him for a turn or two too.
Well, yeah. The thing is, I think I could kill him this turn, but we don't want to until we get all the clues. So.
Yeah. All right. I'm all done. So.
Okay. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is like click 1, investigate with deduction, and try to get 2 clues. If that works, click 2. I might practice makes perfect for another perception, another deduction, and try to do it again. Okay. Or save it to ping him again next turn. Because the thing is, like, if I can just ping him once the next turn, I think I can just kill him with vicious blow.
Yeah. I mean, if you can somehow practice makes perfect into another deduction, then you could get all the clues and maybe kill him this turn. But that's
but I would still want it to be 2 different deductions, right? Because oh no, well
I'm saying if you can succeed at investigating twice with a deduction each time, it gets you all the clues.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's go and see how this goes. So, so click 1. I'm going to investigate with. I guess I should use the practice makes perfect first.
Yeah, because you can commit after you do the practice makes perfect.
We got to get those search thingies out.
You can actually right click, and if you mouse over search, you can pick a number as well.
I guess I already used the other.
Oh yeah, you did.
That's annoying. Oh yeah. There's actually nothing in here even. Well, I can get the TTI, which is useless, but it'll still take it to hand for later.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah, I forgot to check that. Well,
no, I wish I'd saved it for hitting him because I could have got an overpower for that. Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't remember that I'd already used all those. All right, well, so this TTI with 0 symbols is committed. Is that even legal?
I guess it has no symbols, so you can't commit it. So I guess you actually can't pull it.
All right. Well, that was pretty bad. Pretty embarrassing.
It's all right.
Okay. Well, so in that case, let me just investigate. So I have a 6 versus a 4, and I'll commit. I think I commit deduction and perception. No, because this way I can get 3 clues, which is good, right? Like if because I go once with deduction and then
Yeah,
once with perception.
and you have a clue to spend if you want to give yourself a +2, right?
Um,
But because
I
to
guess
save it.
that's I guess that's worth it. Yeah, I'll spend a clue, so I'm up by 5.
Okay.
Why is the chaos thing only working like half the time? Okay, so I pass, so I get 2 clues.
Okay.
And then I use Alice to ping the guy. And I think what I'll do next is click 2. I'll just investigate with perception, try to get a 3rd clue.
Yep, sounds good.
And I won't spend a clue, so I'm up by 4. And I succeed.
Nice.
There's no mini cards.
Correct.
So I get a clue and a card. Oh, that's kind of nice. And then I think I'm in good shape. I could spend a clue and probably pick up the last clue. Is that worth it? Or
Yeah, I guess we could also think about, do we want to try to parlay with him instead of killing him? Because we have enough clues, we could try spend and you could try just pass in tests.
I don't. Yeah, either way, I mean, I can definitely one shot him with the vicious blow. I'm pretty sure. So it's like, unless you think there's a story
My
reason, it would
my
be more fun to
my
parlay with him.
my thought is there might be a story reason, but it could just be different text in the back of the act or something. Like it might be like, oh, resolution 2 if you parlay with him, or resolution 3 if you kill him.
This is a surprising break from precedent, but I'm going to leave that decision up to you.
Wow. Okay. Well, why don't you get the last clue then, if you're not worried about using it to ping something.
I'm not.
Okay.
I will. So I'll spend a clue to boost my. It's not like once per. No, I can do it.
No.
All right. So I'm investigating with a 6 + 2 is 8 against 4, and I get the last clue.
Okay.
All right. That is the end of my turn.
All right, then upkeep. Oh, I guess he'll go on me.
Either way, you could put him on me if you want.
Okay, and then Doom happens. We're at 8 out of 9. And
Ooh.
all right, so okay, so he gets a. So these would be pretty bad if we had drawn them any other time.
Yeah, that would suck.
But right now it's fine. So he enters the shadows, place a Doom on it. Oh, and he just auto discards when he pops out. Okay, so I'll deal with that. Sealed 2. Yeah, we managed to dodge. I think we got pretty lucky with the non-red.
I literally have not fought anything.
Yeah. Okay, so there are now mini cards or concealed cards here, but
yep. 3? I thought there should be 2.
It's
it's like 1+.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's annoying, but not that bad. Because I think if we're pretty sure we win when we beat him, then I think we just do that, right?
This is the last agenda, so we either do the parlay twice or we kill him.
Well,
I guess I'm fine with either because I think it's you're the one doing it either way. So it sounds like killing him is easier. I guess if we keep him alive, maybe we get to like interrogate him and get extra story stuff. But I don't know if it'll.
I don't really care. If you don't care, I'm just gonna kill him. If you want, I will hold off and we can parlay instead.
Well, I guess the question is, can you parlay with him twice? Because I.
So the parlay is difficulty 5. So
Difficulty.
the issue is the magnifying glass doesn't work. So I'm base 5, and I have clues. I could basically be up by like 2 because I don't really have book cards to commit. I only have fist cards.
Yeah, I mean,
so it would be harder.
I mean, I'm also base 5 with my will, but I have a redraw if I use resourceful, and I could commit Wendy's Amulet, so I'd be at 7 with the redraw.
We would have to do 2 tests instead of 1, and it would be harder. So unless you really care, I'm just gonna kill him.
All right, you can kill him.
All right. So should I go first and do it?
Yeah.
All right. I whip out my detective's Colt 1911s, and I shoot him. So I'm at 4 + 1 is 5 against 5. I commit an overpower and a vicious blow, so I'm up by 3. And then I also spend a clue to go up by 5.
All right.
And I succeed.
That does 3 damage, right?
Yep.
Okay, so he dies, and then this advances, right? Okay. Okay, so if you defeat the red glove man, the figure reels backwards, grasping at his wound. Something small clatters to the ground. The man says nothing, only glares at you from the darkness. His gloves seem to ripple around his hands, like the disturbed surface of a deep crimson pool. And after a moment, he straightens himself. Then, blending into the shadows, he tips his hat and is gone. Alright, so he gets added to the victory display regardless. And then we go to Resolution 1. Does Dan draw a card before the defeat happens?
Yeah, that might be relevant.
This happens in.
I think I do.
This is successful. This is if it's successful. So that's during step 7. So you could choose to do the damage first, because doing the damage is also during step 7.
Okay, I choose the damage first.
Okay, so then you do not draw a card. Yeah, you don't have doomed, so I don't know what your card is, but I guess you can reveal it. All right, so resolution 1. Where's the campaign guide? Here. All right. Oh man, can I not zoom in more on this? Okay, I solved it. I used my brain. All right. All right. You search for the man with the red gloves through every possible hiding place and down every shadowed corridor, but he is well and truly gone. It is as if he vanished into thin air. You wonder for a moment if he was somehow erased from existence, like the other disappearances, but you don't believe so. There is no mark, no ectoplasmic remains. He simply was there, and then he was not. You give up searching for him and instead examine the object that clattered to the ground during your scuffle. It is a small ruby marble, no larger than an eye. Indeed, you investigate the crypt that the man was rummaging through and find the marble's size matches the eye sockets of the long-deceased corpse inside. You must have been buried with it, meaning perhaps this marble is what the man with the red glove sought all along. But why? Investigating further, you find neither name nor epitaph identifying the corpse buried there, only the following lines of what appears to be poetry chiseled into the lid of the body's coffin. With red we are bound, through red we are one. Thus in red do we bury our kin and our ken. May you rest until you are needed once more. Before you have time to even consider what this might mean, you hear the telltale rumbling of the secret passageway shifting upstairs once more, the pounding of heavy footsteps down the stairwell. You arm yourself and prepare for a fight. To your surprise, it is Inspector Flint who greets you, held at gunpoint by a woman dressed in a black suit, wide-brimmed hat, and matching black trousers. She has ebony dark skin, cold eyes underscored by heavy bags, and short, curly hair. 2 other suits flank her, both of whom say nothing and stand like statues as she enters the crypt. She flashes an unidentifiable silver badge and motions for you to stay put. Where did the man with the red gloves go? She asks. And who are you? Can I put my hands down now? Inspector Flint says. Alright, we get Victory X. Someone has to become the bearer of the Eye of Ravens. I assume we're going to give the small girl all these very important trinkets.
I don't really care.
Unless you...
the thing is, they begin play attached to the investigator they're bound to, so they don't really like make your deck worse. And also we have to take them.
We have to take them, and
like usually I don't take story assets because I don't want them, and it's like someone else can take them or not. But in this case, like we have to, so it's like whatever.
So the way these work, I guess briefly, is they're an ability attached to your investigator. You can trigger the shift ability on them, basically whenever as a free trigger. But then you have to flip it over, and then in order to get the ability back, you have to shift it again. And the bad side is this one's drawn encounter card. So like you could think of it as like a once per game ability where you get like set base skill to 6 or something. So if you do want something, I can give it to you. I'm not super attached to it, but I could grab it to boost myself on something. So
I mean, I guess it would be
like you could use it on
so it's like a one-time use to set your base skill to 6, and then you have to draw an encounter card to flip it back.
Yeah.
I think the reason it would be good is I could maybe use that to pass a treachery once per scenario and then never reflip it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
But if you want it, you can have it. But I actually think it might be pretty good.
My defensive stats are good. It would be used. I'd use it offensively for like agility or for like.
Like if I could actually pass a crypt chill, that'd be pretty nice.
All right, why don't we give it to you, because you'll have a crypt chill or that horrible thing that you had this game.
Yeah,
the
something like
agility
that.
test. So, where was I? Okay, so I'll write that in the campaign log in a minute. Record. You haven't seen the last of the red gloved man, and mark 1 time in your campaign log. Okay, so we only got 4 victory. That is a very low amount of victory. Hopefully, we get some from the. There's an interlude, so maybe we get some from there.
Okay, I'll wait to boo until we find out.
Okay, and we have to mark a time, and you are the bearer of the Eye of Reasons. Okay. All right. Did I do everything from here? I think Okay. So page 9. Oh, there's a lot of story text here. Okay. All right. Talk, the woman commands. I'm a detective with the ICPD, Flint barks back. Flint, leave Flint. And you're going to be in a lot of trouble when they hear about this. I assure you, I will not. And you? She asks, glaring in your direction. You explain you are an independent investigator working with Flint. She takes a moment to read your gaze, presumably to tell if you are lying. She, like Flint, seems low on trust. Finally, after a long, bated moment, she hoists her firearm. Flint hands drop to his sides, and you let out a breath you didn't know you were holding. We have been after that red glove man for quite some time. This is the first time we have gotten this close. He seems to have a knack for slipping away. She nods to 2 suits flanking her. A tall, athletic, pale-skinned woman and a sharp, clean-shaven man. Motions towards the walls. They keep a hand on their holsters as they scour the perimeter of the room. And who is we, exactly? Winter Flint asks. You've been wondering the very same thing. Your interrogator has a British accent, but she doesn't seem to be part of any local outfit you've ever heard of. They have to tell you up front if there's an accent that I can attempt and fail miserably at. So I'm already committed to this voice, though. So she waits for confirmation from her 2 subordinates before continuing. All clear, ma'am, the man states. She sighs and crosses her arms. All right, what I'm about to tell you cannot leave this room under any circumstances. Am I clear? Flint shrugs. Under penalty of what, exactly? Summary execution, she states without hesitation. Your throat closes tight. Even your partner flinches for a moment. Well then, I suppose we don't have much of a choice, do we? He glances at you. You nod. You might as well hear what she has to say. I am Commissioner Taylor, and these are Agents Hudson and Antonova. Antonova. We are with the Foundation, she says in capital bolded letters. An international agency devoted to the discovery, research, and containment of objects with paradimensional capabilities. What kind of baloney? Flint practically laughs, but the woman who calls herself Taylor shows no sign of humor. After the Great War, many treaties and accords were signed. Paris, Versailles, Versailles? It's Versailles, right? Yeah. But keeping the peace wasn't the only goal. There were oddities, you see. During the war, things that did not add up. The Foundation's purpose is to find these things that do not add up and ensure that they cannot be used for such purposes ever again. Well, this is a hell of a con you buttons have cooked up, Flint says, but the darker tone in his voice indicates he doesn't even believe himself. And you're inclined to agree. The fact that Commissioner Taylor even knows the Red Glove Man at all is proof that she has inside knowledge. You decide that it's more likely that she's telling the truth than lying, and ask what she intends to do with you. She paces in uncomfortable silence before finally letting out a sigh. Well, I certainly can't have your investigation running parallel to my own, and you might have information that could be pertinent to our work, so I say we work together. Work together, or work for you? Flint asks pointedly, his eyes narrowing. She allows herself to smile. You're a clever man, I'll give you that. She nods to Agent Hudson, who produces several badges and hands them to you. You'll be your own cell of the Foundation, operating under our authority, but with independence. All you need to do is agree to report your findings to us. She locks eyes with Flint appraisingly. You'll be a point of contact. You ask Taylor what you get out of the arrangement, besides the lifted threat on your lives. We'll hand over the intel we have on the organization the Red Glove Man works for, and provide travel papers that can get you anywhere in the world. No questions asked, at no expense. Flint eyes the badge like one might an explosive, turning it over and over in his hands. 2 minutes ago, you were pointing a gun at me. Now you're offering me a job? Yes. Well, are you in? You pull Flint aside to speak with him in private. The discussion is short and hushed, full of conjecture and paranoid theories about this Foundation and their true motives. But in the end, you decide to accept the offer. If it will help you get to the bottom of whatever is going on, it is the only real choice. Very well then, Taylor explains. The Red Glove Man is just one operative of his organization, or perhaps its leader, that we are unable to determine. They call themselves the Red Coterie, so named due to the red garments they wear. They are after artifacts scattered around the world which possess paradimensional capabilities. The very same kind of objects we seek to find and contain. We call them keys. We ask Commander Taylor what she means by the term paradimensional. Imagine a cake with many layers, she explains. Everything we see and feel exists on one layer, but there are many more layers above and below. Something that is paradimensional exists on one layer, but draws energy from another, from other parallel layers. As a result, these keys operate outside the laws of our dimension. Cause and effect. If left unchecked, they can be used to inflict terrible harm on the world. Our job, your new job, is to get them out of the hands of the Coterie and keep them secure in Foundation custody. If these keys are as powerful as the Foundation believes, you agree that they should be kept in safe hands, but you cannot help but wonder what this has to do with the disappearances you've been investigating, if anything. Flint locks eyes with you and gives you the slightest shake of his head. He has no intention of telling them. Do we tell Taylor about the disappearances or not tell her? Oh man, who do we trust? I guess we trust Flint, but we don't trust her as much. I suspect trusting her will result in tablets being added to the bag, and not trusting her will result in squids. Seems to be a thing. Do you want squids or tablets?
I trust my detectives Colt 1911s, and that's all.
So you don't want to trust them? Is that what you're saying?
You can trust whoever you want.
All right, we're gonna play Wendy as a very trusting, naive girl who hangs out with a private detective to go on a world adventure with. So we'll tell her about the experiences. You decide it's best to tell Commissioner Taylor why you were looking into the Red Glove Man to begin with. Flint lets out an audible sigh. She mulls it over for a few moments and then shakes her head. That is something to look into, but your primary objective is to acquire the keys the Coterie is searching for, at all costs. Am I understood? Taylor further explains that she will forward any relevant information to Flint's office, with some sensitive details omitted, of course. She'll also provide the ICPC with the requisite papers regarding Flint's new position. Oh, an Agent Flint, she says on her way out, addressing him by his new title. Your cell may have independence to act on their own accord, but do not forget that you report directly to me. I expect you do so without reservation should you discover anything of import. He nods, with only the slightest hint of resistance giving him away. Alright. Okay. Oh, so if we keep trusting people, eventually when we try to add tablets, we'll get experience. So, that's something. But just haven't gotten an experience yet. All right. So the cell told the truth to Taylor. Skipped us Foundation 4. Oh boy. All right. The next morning, your cell meets at the tea room near Trafalgar Square, where you had originally intended to meet the previous night. Together, you go over the documents provided to Flint by this Foundation. It's all a bit difficult to believe, if I'm being honest, Flint says, but everything checks out. The travel papers, the job transfer, all of it. Not even my boss questioned it for a moment. I guess we're secret agents now, eh? You agree. Unbelievable as it might seem, it's no less strange than the matters you had already been looking into. Right. Well, I think the best thing to do is split up. Shanghai is where I grew up. I have connections there, and I can leverage, so I'll head there first. Where you want to investigate is up to you. Meet up with me later. We can figure out where to go from there. Okay.
Oh, we got ourselves a little level select screen here.
Yeah, we sure do. So we can go to Shanghai, where there's rumors of a secret cabal led by a mysterious woman in a red parasol. Alexandria, there's been a rash of beastly killings throughout the city. They believe there's a member of the Coterie there. It's a string of high-profile burglaries in Buenos Aires that believes that a Coterie member is responsible, and there's a key as a target. There's a Coterie in the sanctum of Nairobi. That's right, yes. Perhaps there you might learn what you have planned. The Foundation have procured the Journal of a Prospector recently working at Anchorage, perhaps the site of a key. There's an operative in Istanbul that's reached out to Foundation members. Are they a defector or is it a trap? Kathmandu, people are seeing a spirit matching the description of a Coterie agent. It's a deadly Coterie agent that's been sighted in Marrakesh. 2 robberies in Strange Overgrowth have the local Foundation operatives on edge. The Coterie agent has made a name for himself in Havana, where rum and other illicit goods are being smuggled into the United States. Read the rules for embarking and travel. The Foundation dossier is the next columns. Then, when you're ready, proceed to embark from London to next location. So I think this is choosing our next scenario. So I don't know if...
So we really only got 4 XP. That's bullshit. That sucks. That sucks. That's so bad.
Can we read this dossiers? Do those give us experience somehow?
I knew I should have played Luke. We should have delved twice.
we had a lot of time. How can there only be 4 experience? This is unprecedented, isn't it?
It was kind of a short scenario. Like it was under 2 hours.
I mean, it was short,
and that was with a lot of text to read.
It was short, but we also had 8 more Doom, so we also kind of crushed it. I think we got lucky with some Starve, but
there was no way that if the agenda advances, it would have like put more locations into play or something.
Nope, no. There's no more. There's all the set aside cards have been used up. Is there an enemy that maybe we didn't draw or something? Oh, there's one enemy here that's worth victory.
Okay.
We just didn't draw.
We didn't draw it. We didn't draw any enemies.
Yeah, I mean, we drew this guy at one point, but yeah, there's a apocalyptic presage. Presage.
No, you were right. I was just joking. Yeah, I guess if we'd found that. Well, but even 5 XP is also pretty weak for a scenario. Come on, like you get like twice that much in a lot of scenarios or a lot of campaigns. Well.
Okay, so
what have we learned? We've learned that detectives are strong, but orphans are also strong. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's something we can all take away from this.
The flashlight nonsense worked. I mean, it was just because I happened to draw those cards early. I only went through half my deck, so I think we got lucky with some of our pulls there.
It's like a slight upgrade over like look what I found winging it type stuff basically, and except you can play those too, so it gives you like a little bit more juice for getting clues.
Yeah. Tell the truth to Taylor. So it sounds like what decisions we make here might lead us to more interludes, or it leads us to a scenario. And every time we got a giant map over here, Dan. This map over here.
Yeah, sure do.
So we can decide where we want to go. Like each connection we go on, like costs us a time. So like, there's some time limit on how much of the map we can explore.
So I'm thinking we should try to go someplace with good food, which is not London. I think virtually anywhere else in the world is probably going to have better food in the 1920s.
I think we want to.
I guess Stockholm is probably not going to be very delicious.
Yeah, we're in London, so Stockholm, Rome is close, Marrakesh is close, Bermuda.
Dana is saying that we can like read the dossiers to figure it out.
Oh, we can. Oh, I didn't finish reading the thing.
Oh man, Ybor City is here. Are we going to go to a Hold Steady show? Is that what we're going to do?
Where?
Ybor City.
Maybe. All right, so let's look at this again. So locations that have a red border and lack a letter, you can only go there if we've unlocked it, basically, from the campaign log. The green spots are side stories, so we can just walk past. They don't count as locations unless we decide we want to go there. It's like Monte Carlo is there for the Fate of Fortune. If we wanted to do that, I don't think we'll probably not do any side scenarios, but we talk about it. Once we stopped a location, we can't stop there again for the remainder of the campaign unless instructed otherwise. Throughout the campaign, there's a number of Foundation dossiers, an example of which is presented below. You can peek at the Foundation dossier sideboard for any space in the map at any time. Use these sideboards to help guide your actions and plan your route. While reading a dossier, investigators are not allowed to peek at any other text on that page until they travel to that location. So what do we have to peek at? Okay, so we can read the dossier, but we can't read all the other text.
Yeah, it's really hard to know because we don't really. This is the blind playthrough, so we really don't know much. Like the only thing we can really decide based on is like how much time do we want to spend looking around before we want to like advance to the next thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
So I mean, what we're allowed to do is like we can read this little chunk here, which I think will hint at maybe like the difficulty of a location. And then we could decide if we want to do that location, basically.
Do we want to decide this now, or do we want to do that before the next session?
I think we should discuss it outside of off the stream, and then we can just read the thing.
Because I
on stream.
guess we want to decide ahead of time so that you can set it up ahead of time or whatever. Right?
Well, I mean, we can check about it on Discord, because I don't know if I want to read through all these right now on stream. I don't know if that's very exciting. Oh, there's a lot of stuff happening on these pages. So yeah, let's think about it. I feel like we want to try to minimize our time, so maybe we'll do like something that's close to us, like Moscow, or any of these locations are all like one distance away. A lot of these are actually. Shit, it's a lot. So
I think we should go to Moscow and hang out with Vladimir Lenin, and then we should go to like Shanghai or Hong Kong and hang out with Wang Fei Hung or somebody. Like, there's a lot of fun people we could meet in the 20s, you know.
I mean, Tunguska would be cool to go to. Like, that's always a cool location.
When's the Tunguska event?
But isn't it in the 1920s? Like, Tunguska's this place in Eldritch Horror.
1908.
Yeah.
So it's already happened
already. But there's spooky stuff happening. Also, look, there's like this big red blob here of blood.
Gross. I think it's a fingerprint. You know, over here.
I'm down with going to Moscow without looking at any other information.
What time of year is it? Is it like winter? Because I don't think we want to go to Moscow in the winter.
I don't know if it said a date. I think it just said the disappearances started in 1924. So it was raining in London. So at what time of year does it rain in London? You know, unless we change our mind, this dossier this is a dossier for Moscow, right? 26G. Yeah. So this one, it says it's a Sanctum class green. I don't know what that means, but maybe that's not scary. The Foundation offices and storehouses of paradox artifacts. Do not disclose locations. Approach the agent in charge. The Sanctum will meet you upon arrival. Is this even a scenario? I don't think this is a scenario. I think this is just a lot of story text. Oh man, do we want to read that next time, or do we want to do it now?
I would like a break from story text. I know you're probably having a great time.
I mean, I'm pro story text. It means I'll have to read it at the beginning of next time, but you can like play on your Switch or whatever if you really hate it. So, but that means it's not the scenario we would do, because I think we then have to make a decision. Oh boy. Yeah, why don't we do this right next time, and we'll see what we're doing. It'll be scenario 2. Maybe I'll peek ahead and like look at what the options are and figure it out.
Sounds good.
Man. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, what'd you think of this scenario? Any other thoughts on it?
It was fun. I mean, the XP thing, we were mostly just goofing around, being mad about it, but it was like, it felt like kind of a fast scenario. Like, it felt like there wasn't a whole lot going on, but I think that's this whole campaign might be like a lot of shorter scenarios, because like there's a whole bunch of spaces on the map.
It looks like there's 10 scenarios, of full scenarios of some kind. I don't know if they're how fast they all are. Maybe they're a little bit quicker, but
I think the concealed mechanic seems cool, and I think that the encounter deck. I mean, no one likes to see Crypt Chill, but some of the new encounter cards were pretty neat, I thought.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't really. There's something with this hollow mechanic that we like barely saw, and it looks like a bunch of these cards have something to do with it.
I mean, like the spooky car card that you drew, it was just like the first time you draw it does nothing, and then every later time you draw it, it really sucks.
Yeah, but there's other stuff happening in here, like enemies turn your cards into hollows. This victory enemy does something with hollows.
It definitely seems like if you only have a couple of hollow things happen to you over the course of the game, you're probably fine. If you get unlucky and you draw like 6 of them, you're probably really sad.
Yeah, and we also barely drew enemies this one, so again, like we beat it in 8 turns or 8.5 or whatever, and there were still 8 more turns potentially. So yep. I think we got like we were pretty efficient at getting clues early on, and we got basically no enemies, so it didn't slow us down very much. So It was pretty all. Now, this was a scenario that took place completely in the rain, which is very similar to the Beards' first scenario in Cyclopean Foundations.
That is true.
I don't know. I feel like I might have liked. I think I might have liked that one better for a rain-based scenario. If we're doing a rain scenario tier list.
Yeah, I think so. But again, I think this is just. I'm really interested to see how this pans out because like Edge of the Earth, that was the first one they did in this kind of non-linear structure, and it still was. It was like fairly close to how a regular scenario or a regular campaign would work, like an old one. I think this is the one where they're really branching out and doing some weird stuff. So like, yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. Oh, one last comment. I thought your Flint voice was very good, very nice.
Gruff detective voice. Great,
Yeah.
great, good. I'll keep that in mind. See if I can remember to do it again. Yeah.
How often do you rewatch the Indiana Jones films, Ben?
Probably not often enough. I watch them
It
occasionally.
might be time to load those up again.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I've done everything for this. So I guess I'll take us out. Thanks for hanging out. If you joined us on stream or watched us on YouTube, you can follow what we're doing. Find all our socials at social.mer.fm. Find out when we do more streams or if we have a podcast episode out or doing anything else. I believe Dana and Harrison are going to also be running an MER Plays at roughly the same time we're doing it. I think maybe they're doing it on Thursday this week, but I'm not sure it's been announced yet. And they're doing a custom campaign, I believe. I think Dana posted details on. I think they posted a blog post for us already. So stay tuned for that. And we'll pick up the Scarlet Keys probably again next week. And if you noticed any rules mistakes or any of that jazz, leave a comment. Otherwise, like, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever, all that nonsense. Thanks for hanging out, and we will catch you next time. Bye bye.
Thanks, everybody.